All right, folks. We have some news coming from a fellow ape in the name of George Donahoe. He's the one who started the lawsuit against, Robinhood and Citadel a couple of months ago. And as a matter of fact, I need to make a video to update you guys on how, the verdict on that lawsuit went. But he came up with something when it comes to the liquidity problems that we've been talking about quite some time now when it comes to what the remaining part of 2022 is going to be for the market as a whole when it comes to interest rates going up, when it comes to inflation potentially stabilizing or getting worse, and moreover, money not getting cheap anymore because the cheap money party is over, and as a result, companies are going to have what we call liquidity problems. Look at what we're getting from Interactive Brokers today. The liquidity problem seems to have started. Interactive Brokers can DRS GameStop shares. Could this mean all the real shares are gone? Well, I wonder why. Hell yeah! Of course, the real shares were gone long time ago. Now it's just now it's just catching up. It's just catching up because, as I mentioned, when Jerome Powell from the Fed decides to increase interest rate, whether it's 4 times, 2 times, or 6 times, or even 8 times, it doesn't matter because the cost of money is going to go up. Meaning, those of everyone, whether you're a person, a retail, or an institution, if you borrowed money, that is going to cost you even more to repay that debt. So bunch of suits on Wall Street, bunch of institutions on Wall Street used to take also and borrow, margin, go into margin and invest into the stock market. Now, when they short sell stock like AMC, for example, and it doesn't make sense because nobody is selling. Nobody from the retail are selling, and we own 80 to 90% of the float, so it doesn't make sense that the stock will drop every single day for the last month or two. What is actually happening is that because things are about to change on that front, of course they are preparing, they are getting ready, they are getting their kitchen in order to prep for what is ahead. And no wonder that liquidity problems will now start to arise because either you get out of that short position and you take a small profit or minimize your losses, or you wait till it actually happens starting in March, and that is going to be a lot more hurtful for you. So if you continue to stay in something, at some point will have to trigger the price to go back up again, because what we call the retail, the RSI on the stock here, it's like, a stock cannot just drop like AMC has been dropping for 2 consecutive weeks. It's even technically, when you look at the chart, technical analysis, it doesn't make any sense. So based on that, these guys are already prepping, and that's why even the brokers can't DRS your shares. DRS meaning you buy a share, whether it's AMC, GameStop, or whatever, instead of sending it to the payment for order flow routes, it goes directly through the lead exchange. So if you can't DRS, it means you can't locate real shares. So somebody at some point on the other side of the trade will actually have to locate those shares, and that's why it gets even more interesting, because we have real shares. We own the shares, because we do own the shares, and they are trying to get their kitchen in order. Otherwise, it's going to be Armageddon in a couple of months. We get to decide at which price we let them buy our real shares, and that's what causes the whole mother of all short squeezes. So again, another insight on what is about to happen. It may not necessarily happen or translate into the share price as we want it to be tomorrow or next week or even next month, but it's coming.